The cool, crisp fall air can only mean one thing.
High school football is one of the greatest things left on planet Earth.
You got that right. With the postseason just around the corner, the games mean more. The plays are bigger. And the fans are louder. It's time to kick off and see who will take another step towards Kroger Field. Welcome to Week 9 of Home Team Friday Nights.
Live from Fox 56 Sports, this is Home Team Friday Nights, sponsored by Aptiva Health Orthopedics.
Good evening and welcome into Week 9 of Home Team Friday Nights. Thank you as always for staying up extra late with us this evening. Jordan Adams with the man of the hour, Connor Sturgill. Great job on that open, my friend.
Appreciate it. I mean, fall's in the air. That means football's at its peak. We're only a couple weeks away from the postseason. So, like I said, the games mean more and everyone's stepping up their play just to try to get to Kroger Field.
And one big game we had tonight was a good matchup between Scott County and Woodford County.
I know, two of the top teams in 5A, and we went inside the locker room with Coach Johnson for our Inside Access segment.
Great opportunity, guys. You guys have worked your tail off all week to get to this point. And I say this all the time. So many teams never get a chance to play in a game like this. So enjoy it. Go out and play, right? Be disciplined, right? Sound and execute. And play with your pads. Everybody got it? Yes, sir. It's going to be a fun night, guys. Do your job. We're going to be just fine. Do your job and play with joy like we have all year. Does everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Any questions?
Yes, sir.
Any thoughts? This is what you say. This is what you live for. That's what you live for.
All right, well, we are here for Coach Johnson as the Woodford County Yellow Jackets welcome in the top team in Class 5A, the Scott County Cardinals. And points were coming fast and furious in this one. Cardinals opening drive and that patented triple option faking everyone out a little bit, but Timmy Amongo doesn't get lost on his way to the end zone. Yellow Jackets, though, say we can be physical down by the goal line as well, as Darian Tomlin goes in standing up, and Woodford wins what is probably the game of the year as they dethrone Scott County 57-50.
That's over 100 points, folks, if you're not good at math. Back here in Lexington for a District 8 rivalry between Frederick Douglass and Bryan Station. Both teams looking for their 5th straight win. Douglass with the first drive of the game. Jaden Guzman pump fakes and then finds his man DeAndre Clay for the 25-yard touchdown to put the Broncos up 7. Bryan Station would get their chance on the next play. A big play here in their bag of tricks, totally fooling out our cameraman and the Broncos defense. And it's going to be Kamani Barber getting into the end zone, but he's going to launch a pass now to Avery Johnson, who is going to walk into the end zone all by himself, as you saw right there. It was tied at 7 still. Barber trying to get some trickery again, but the defenders this time pick it off. It's Sion Cone and the points. You're going to get some points off the turnovers as well. A big play there. And then Dakari Talbert is going to capitalize and punch it in from short yardage. So it's going to be a 14-7 lead heading into the half. And the Broncos go on to win this one 27-10 in the end. From the north side of the city to the south side of the city, Danville, and our student athlete of the week, Davion Mukes, taking on Lexington Christian. We start the second quarter with the Eagles up 7. Bennett Goldis makes a couple guys miss from 15 yards out and puts the Eagles up 14. Danville needing to get something going. Goldis is going to get the ball, but he fumbles, and the Admirals jump on it on the very next play. It's going to be Mukes who's going to get them into the end zone from just a few yards out. So it's going to be 14-7, or to 6, I should say, but the Eagles would answer right back. Goldis again carrying a couple Admirals into the end zone with him, so it's now 21-6 in favor of the home team. And last but certainly not least, Nash Whalen taking this one all by himself. A fantastic athlete playing quarterback this year. 40 yards out as the Eagles go up 28-6, and they go on to win this one big, 49-18 for their 4th straight win.
Well, you did a great piece on JVL Mukes, obviously leading the whole state in touchdowns. That's great. But we have plenty of athletes that we're keeping our eye on. And this time, I'm going to go defense for my player to watch, Jacob Bartley from Somerset. The 6'5" senior has been a game wrecker for the Briar Jumpers his whole career. And this season has been no different. Bartley recently passed 200 career tackles and 20 career sacks as a defensive lineman. He's also currently tied for 3rd in the state this year with 9 sacks on the season. The Briar Jumpers are currently on a 6-game winning streak, and during that streak, Bartley and the Jumpers defense have been giving up an average of 11 points per game. They are taking on Monroe County tonight, and we'll have that score a little bit later on.
All right, Connor, my player to watch is a guy we actually just saw, Woodford County junior quarterback Fox Coons. He's thrown for 1,942 yards, which is his third highest total in the state, and 22 touchdowns heading into this night. And he's averaging 277 yards per game, which is also third in the state. This is Coons' first year with WOFO, and I expect big things from the gunslinger for the rest of this season and beyond.
Well, he made a statement with the 57 points. He contributed a lot to that. But, Jordan, we aren't the only ones who are enjoying some fun that comes with high school football this Friday.
Yeah, that's right. Peyton Hinkle and Tyler Melito were at West Jessamine this morning getting up on the fun for our home team Friday night's kickoff.
Well, it was a great morning here at West Jessamine for home team Friday night's kickoff.
The Coles certainly brought it from the cheer to the band to the dance to the football team and the student section. It's great every week.
Yes, so much fun every Friday morning at 8 o'clock. We kick off game day with you to get local schools hyped up for game day.
And we're not done just yet, Peyton. Let's end on a high note. Here we go.
Oh! He nailed it! He nailed it! Again, join us every Friday morning, 8 o'clock for home team Friday night's kickoff.
All right, well, let's see if Peyton and Tyler are good luck as the West Jessamine Colts take on the rival East Jessamine Jaguars. The Jags getting physical early as Jacob Wright, with the cast on his hand, bounces into the end zone for the East touchdown. The Colts looking to respond. Their coach fired up. He did not like the defense giving up there. And it's going to be Cooper Swaim on the kick. Quick throw. He kind of faked me out for a second to find Cooper Wiley, who makes one move, and he is gone for the score. And the Colts get the rivalry win 42-12.
How about that? Coming up next, we're going to head out to Frankfort, where the Franklin County Flyers look to stay undefeated on the year. They host rivals Western Hills. We'll have those highlights and more coming up after the break.
Tackle made by Gavin Huff and Bryson Winchester for the Generals.
From Fox 56 Sports, you're watching Home Team Friday nights.
We're the Henry Clay student section, and you're watching Home Team Friday nights.
Not too bad there from the Blue Devils. Welcome back into Home Team Friday nights. Our next games takes us to Winchester, where the Cardinals of George Rogers Clark were hosting the Indians of Madison Central. So let's get straight into this action, Connor. After leading by 28 in the second half, Madison Central is going to add to its lead right here. Corinthian Barnes takes the dive up the middle, and he will go all the way for the touchdown. Halfback dive for a 40-yard touchdown. Not too bad there. On the very next possession, they run the same play and nearly get the same result. Wylan Mathis ran so as fast as he could, folks, but he gets tackled just outside the 5, I should say. Mathis would get a reward a few plays later as another fullback dive results in the Indians' touchdown as they dominate the Cardinals in this one. 49-0 is your final score.
All right, we teased it earlier. We got a rivalry game down in Franklin County. The Flyers welcoming in the Western Hill Wolverines, and they gave them quite a welcome, straight to business. Jack Oldham right up the gut for the touchdown. Flyers lead 7-0, and Flyers, they're just feeling themselves on special teams. They get the onside recovery, and they would score on that touchdown. Crowd is feeling it. But this guy right here, Delano Collins in the backfield, he gets the punt, and he's going to make the house call himself. And then less than a minute later, can say his name already, Delano applying the pressure, and he's going to say, that is all mine, and he's going to take it all the way back for the pick six, and this isn't a typo. Franklin County gets the dub, 77-0. Now just one game away from a perfect regular season.
Oh my goodness, 77 points. Well, Carroll County made the trip to Paris tonight to take on Bourbon County. First quarter action, we start with King Lee, the big fella, number 72, getting the sack. You can do a little bit more than stop the run, folks. On the very next drive, Malachi Renee is going to drop this one in the bucket for Jacob Azil for the huge touchdown for the Colonels. After losing their first game last week, Coach Rice and company are back in the win column. 50-9 is your final score.
Great bout back win for the Colonels. And some other scores from around the Commonwealth. Boyle County beats Lincoln County 48-7.
No surprise.
Lex Cath on the road in Louisville beating Bardstown 36-0. Pulaski County gets the Laurel County sweep. They beat South last week. They beat North this week, 49-14. And Ryle beats Great Crossing, 46-20. And the Lafayette Generals look to get one step closer to a district title. They take on the Tates Creek Commodores in a city clash tonight. We'll have that plus more. Stay with us.
We are the Montgomery County Cheerleaders, and you're watching Home Team Friday Night.
From Fox 56 Sports, you're watching Home Team Friday Nights.
This is the Dunbar student section, and you're watching Home Team Friday Nights.
All right, it was homecoming night for the Commodores of Tates Creek, looking to break a 7th district tie with Lafayette. Picking things up in the second half, Darnell Burnside finds big number 4, JT Cooper, posting up the DB for the easy catch and score that would tie this thing at 7-7. Later on, it would be Lazari Warren interception for the Generals as Chiozini's Kondo that would set up the Commodores in plus territory. And once again, it's Burnside finding his guy JT Cooper at the line of scrimmage, who gets loose up the sideline and somehow finds his way into the end zone for another TD. That would help Tates Creek take a 21-14 win over the Generals at home.
All right, staying here in Lexington, we got two teams looking to race to 0 in their district win column, with the Henry Clay Blue Devils hosting the Dunbar Bulldogs. And the Blue Devils would strike first after a methodical opening drive, ending with this Aiden Houston keeper. He goes in standing up, and Henry Clay has an early 7-0 lead late in the first quarter. Devils still nursing that one score lead until Marcus Owens fields the skipping ball, finally gets turned upfield, runs through an arm tackle, makes the kicker touch grass literally, and rips it wide open for an 85-yard kick return. But despite this early surge, my Dunbar Bulldogs get the road win, 23-14.
All right, over at Sawyer Field in Frankfort, the Panthers hosted the Spartans of Sayre, 42-0 at the half. Senior Bo Perry hands it off to Emmanuel Arms for the touchdown. Spartans lead 48-0 now. Panthers talking it over, trying to piece together something. Spartans back with the possession, and Arms says, let me go to the outside this time. Nothing but room to run, and he adds another touchdown to his stat sheet. Sayre goes just straight damage and wins 56-0.
And some more scores for you. Rockcastle County back to their winning ways, beat McCreary Central 39-7. Somerset wins their 7th straight over Monroe County 35-14, and they get their 3rd straight district title. And Raceland beats Paris 55-7, and the Corbin Redhounds beat Whitley County 49-6. And coming up after the break, we're bringing you our top 3 plays of the night, our home team Super 6, and the student section that showed up and showed out tonight. We'll have that coming up next on Home Team Friday Nights.
From Fox 56 Sports, you're watching Home Team Friday Nights.
Welcome back into our final segments here, and thank you for staying up late with us. Jordan, Colby's not here. She's been rubbing in our face that she's been winning a lot of plays, but we have some pretty good plays this week that we both think can win, that you all can vote for as soon as the show ends. All right, and we're going to start out with Bryan Station. Kamani Barber, he's going to be for Bryan Station. He's going to get on the trick play that tricked everybody, including our cameraman, but he finds his way into the end zone for the defenders. Bryan Station would lose the game, but they sent a message early and certainly wowed the crowd and us with this play, Jordan.
All right, for play number 2, we're going to head over to just across the way to Henry Clay High School, where Marcus Owens weaves his way through the entire Lafayette defense off the punt return. And he's going to take it all the way back to the end zone, I should say kick return actually, for a huge touchdown. Connor, what you got for play number 3?
All right, we're going to go out to Bourbon County this time. This is going to be Malachi Rennie with the high ball, and it's going to find its way into Ezel's arms. And Bourbon County would get back in the win column with this, and just a beautiful throw from Rennie to Ezel for the touchdowns. They would win 50-9.
All right, you saw the plays, and this is how you vote, folks. You can scan the QR code on your screen right now, or you can head to our website in just a little bit. Voting closes on Tuesday, at 5 p.m. and the winner will be announced on Tuesday night at 6:30. So make sure to show some love to your teammates, classmates, and friends.
Everybody.
Yeah, each and every week.
All right, and we are, okay.
And we are still searching for that best student
I
section.
know we've had a lot of good contenders.
Yeah, we always award the place to the athletes, but we want to show some love to some other people out there. So you student sections, you leaders, you hype leaders at this school, make sure you get your guys involved. We need to see some spirit, we need to see some energy. Costumes are great, but also coming up with some cool little tricks. I think last year we seen someone maybe get tossed in the air. Maybe not the safest thing, but it was pretty cool to see. So get loud, showcase your school spirit. This week we're going to check out Montgomery County, and they brought some hype, but could they win the Home Team Hype Award? Well, you'll find out next.
Hey, Fox 56, this is Montgomery County Student Section, and we want the Home Team Hype Award because...
All right, well, I love it. And now it's time for our Week 9 Super 6 and some new faces making an appearance. Franklin County beating Western Hills, like we said, 77-0. They get next week off. Boyle County beating Lincoln County 49-7. They'll be back at home hosting Wayne County. Rockcastle beating McCreary Central. They're going to be at Knox Central. Sayre moving up after they beat Frankfort 56-0. They'll be back home hosting Emmons. Scott County, little bit of a drop as they fall to Woodford County 57-50. On the road to Highlands next week. And Woodford County makes their first appearance, beating Scott County. They'll be on the road to Anderson County next week. And a couple honorable mentions. LCA beat Danville. They were ranked this last week. And Pulaski County, like I said, Laurel County Sleep, they just keep winning and winning. They will host Southwestern next week. So Jordan, a lot of teams making a good bye for. We're getting to the last couple weeks. Halloween's around the corner. That also means the end of the regular season and the start of the postseason.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've seen a lot of great plays, a lot of good teams so far, but now we get to see who's really the top dogs around here in Central Kentucky and see who has what it takes to get to Kroger.
I mean, Coach Johnson said when we were previewing this game, these games are like the barometer for a lot of teams. For LCA and Danville, they had good records. Scott County, Woodford, obviously going into it, one-loss team. So, I mean, they're just really figuring out, where are we in the pecking order of 5A, 4A, depending on whatever class you're in, but just figuring out, what is our level, how far can we go, and how much more do we have to work on before postseason rolls around.
Couldn't have said it any better myself, friend. For Connor and myself, we hope you have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow night at 10 for all your Kentucky and Texas highlights and plus more. Have a good night.